I think
أهلا
you're
وسهلا.
manipulating your audience, to
Okay.
be honest with you,
How
because
so?
you blame just us for this conflict and you don't blame the Israeli extremists.
That's not true. I've literally like 4 times this week I came on camera and said Israel is doing a bad job. Like 4 times this week that I can count. I came on camera and I said Israel
No.
is
Do you
doing
think
a shit
there's
job.
Israeli terrorists?
Huh?
Do you think there is Israeli terrorists
Absolutely.
inside Israel?
Absolutely, there are Israeli terrorists in Israel.
And do you think they are controlling Israel?
No.
What do you think about Ben Gvir and Smotrich?
So Ben Gvir is actually an interesting point. And I actually want to bring this up on the stream. Ben Gvir is a very interesting point. You see him as a terrorist, correct?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. Let's get into. I want everybody to watch this real quick. What's your name, brother?
I can't say
Okay,
my
say
real
whatever.
name because-
What would you like me to call? I'll call you Hussein. Hussein.
Yes.
Watch, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to corrupt Hussein's entire argument right here, and I'm going to show the hypocrisy in the pro-Palestine movement in a single lick. I've never tried this before. This is the first time I'm trying this talking point, but let's see. Okay, Mr. Hussein, do you believe that Ashkenazi Jews are colonizers to the land? And I'm going to get to the Ben Gvir point, by the way. This has a deeper point. I just need to go a little bit of a roundabout to get there. Do you believe that Ashkenazi Jews they're not native to the Levant?
I think a lot of Jews, they have the right to live in Palestine.
Okay, wait.
and
Specifically,
in the
Hussein,
Middle East in
focus with me.
general.
Focus with me real quick. Specifically, Ashkenazi Jews, the Jews that came from Europe. Do you believe those Jews can live in this land, or do you think that they're Europeans? They don't deserve to live here. You can be completely honest with us.
If they came and buy the land, not occupied the land, yes.
You can't
Why not?
you can't prove it at this point. I can't show you that each and every single one of them bought the land. Maybe some of them stole the land, maybe some of them didn't. But specifically, because of their DNA, they're Ashkenazi, they come from Europe. Do you believe that they can live in this land?
I don't care about the DNA.
Okay.
If they are not colonizers, I don't care, yes.
How would you constitute a colonizer?
The people who came to my land and steal my properties, and yes.
Okay, because you're having a hard time answering this honestly. Let's do this way. Do you believe that most of the people who came here are colonizers?
Not all of them.
Okay, can you answer a question like a man, eye to eye? I'm asking you a question. Don't do roundabouts. Do you believe that most of the people are colonizers that came here?
The most of the people?
Yes.
You mean Jews?
Yes.
I think maybe 50% of them.
50%.
Yes.
Okay, incredible. So usually in the pro-Palestine talking points, specifically, there's a big racial discrimination against Ashkenazi Jews because they're European. But Jews like me, Iraqi Jews, who, by the way, Hussein, I DNA tested myself. My DNA is 100% from this land. It says 99% Canaanite Levantine, and I have the DNA test to back it up. I've been working for months on an amazing video to prove it. But I'm from this land as much as you are from this land. Usually what pro-Palestinians will say is that because we're Mizrahi Jews or Arab Jews, we're allowed to live here. But the Ashkenazi Jews...
Yes, you have the right to live here, but you don't have the right to live in my house, bro.
The Ashkenazi Jews don't have a right to live here because they're white Europeans. That's usually the statement. Now, here's the interesting thing about Ben Gvir, okay? Here's the interesting thing about Ben Gvir. Often, and this isn't me condemning or endorsing Ben Gvir. It's just a point of confusion that I've had as an advocate. Because what do? I come here on camera every day, and according to Hussein, I manipulate, or I tell the truth about what the history of the Middle East. But to him, it's manipulation because it's not his agenda. I come on here, and every day I advocate for more Mizrahi Jews, more Arab Jews to be present in the forefront of the Jewish PR image. Every day I say we need more Mizrahi politicians. We need more Mizrahi advocates. We need Hasbara to be filled with Mizrahi Jews. We need the peace talks to be done between Arabs and Mizrahi Jews, because Mizrahi Jews are the only ones that the Arabs really respect. But, and here's the big but, Ben Gvir, to the best of my... One second. Hold on. Ben Gvir, to the best of my knowledge, is one of the only, especially high-ranking politicians in Israel of almost exclusive Mizrahi descent, and he, like me, is an Iraqi Jew. Now, one second. The thing about Ben Gvir is, if I'm being brutally honest with you, and I have to be brutally honest with you, I know the Iraqi Jewish community very, very well. And I know how they behave. I know their tics. I know how they think and how they feel. Ben Gvir, fortunately or unfortunately, is relatively representative of Iraqi Jews and the Mizrahi Jewish perspective. So, often I hear pro-Palestinians and Palestinians complaining about how it's the European Jews who are here who are occupying them and making their life horrible because they came from Europe. But the alternative that I'm advocating for is that more of my people, we're all the same people, but more of the Mizrahi people come into power and actually start making decisions. But the thing is, I don't think that the Palestinians, and I don't think that Hussein over here would like that very much, because Mizrahis are fucking majnunim. They're insane humans. They're psychopaths. And the way that I come on camera and I say it all the time, we're Hooga Booga cave people. And I say that with a serious... Everybody shut your mouth. Mute yourself, please. Again, I'm not going to say it again. Please mute yourself or you come off the stage. Okay, I got to mute. I gotta kick you off. Mizrahi Jews are Hooga Booga cave people. And I say that not as a joke. I say that for real. So I think the problem with the pro-Palestinian agenda, or with the pro-Palestine side, and I'm going to let you talk in a second, Hussein, is you guys advocate for something you don't actually want. What you're looking for is dhimmi status for Jews. You don't want strong Jews. You don't even necessarily want Mizrahi Jews to be in control or to cohabitate with Mizrahi Jews. Because if Mizrahi Jews were in control, like people like Ben Gvir, your life would be a living hell. The idea of Ashkenazi Jews, in my opinion, is that they are way more humanized and way more, at least in their mindset, Europeanized. And I don't think that's a good thing, by the way, for our relations in the Middle East. But they usually will deal with things in a way more rational way according to the West. If you had a government of Jews made up predominantly of Mizrahi Jews, oh my God, your life would be fucked up. Your life would be fucked. It would be fire. It would be horrible because Mizrahi Jews do not think rationally. Well, now what I'm trying to do as a Jew, as a Mizrahi Jew, I'm trying to not get to that point. I'm trying to advocate that some of us normal Mizrahi Jews who can kind of put one and two together and say, listen, we don't want to kill Arabs. We want to just exist powerfully next to them. We want to live. We want to coexist with them. Don't let the other Mizrahi Jews that run the Mizrahi agenda into power. But what's going to happen is if you keep racially discriminating against Ashkenazi Jews because they're white Europeans, you're going to get the full brunt of the Middle East that's been bubbling up here for 77 years. And I promise you, you do not want a government in Israel made up predominantly of Mizrahi Jews, at least without solving our peace and borders before that. Because it will be bad. It will be very, very, very bad. And I say that as a warning, by the way. I say that as a warning with love. Not with hate or with racism. I say it as a warning because it can be very, very, very bad for you.